Once upon a time, this weekend's game, it meant a great deal.
It did.
Now, it was cold.
Yep.
I was numb half
Cold,
the time.
foggy, usually
Cold,
damp.
foggy, damp. That's a good way of putting it. Memorable moments. But as I've told people, and I think I've heard the same echoed to me, no juice.
Not this week.
Well, I would argue the game being played when it's played has already killed some of the juice, but now the program is dead and the other program is thriving, and so the juice gets even more drained out of it. I don't even know what the juice would be for this weekend.
The date wouldn't matter if you felt like the two teams were closer to being at the same level. If there was juice
if they
for
were
the
in the
game,
same conference and you changed the date, it still feel a little weird, but I'd be like, cool, man, there's some stakes here in some capacity.
Exactly.
But until Oregon State gets out of their you-know-whats, Oregon is riding high right now, and Oregon State's about as low as it gets. Trent Bray, and we'll have Bill Orem coming up here at the top of the hour, so kind of a ticker now, but ticker extended over, but we're playing the Pelican Open now.
Well, we're setting it up so we don't have to reset it, so Bill can come in. And you can fire that zinger right at Bill to start.
That was a solid punch of your hand.
Yeah.
I heard that on your mic, and you were away from the mic a little bit.
Yeah.
I love that. Here is Bill Orem at the Trent Bray press conference. After the first two layup Oregon State-based questions that he got from employees, it's then open to the media. And Bill Orem, he opened it up.
Do you believe you're still the right person to lead this program?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I think for the same reason when I took it over. That's love this place, love this program. I think we got good coaches. We got good players. We got to continue to get better and continue to get the best out of these guys.
When you look at the fact that you guys are at risk of having lost 10 of your last 11 games over the two seasons, you're talking about effort. There have been preparedness issues with false starts and the 12-man penalty, and the defense looks like it's taken a step back. How do you reconcile that with what you're talking about with the direction of the program?
Yeah, the penalties are something that's got to get cleaned up. I don't look at what happened on Saturday and judge the whole, when you talk about the defense, because in the first two games they were much better than they'd been the year before. So I don't let one game encapsulate who we are.
Why did you choose to stick with Jamie Christian after the Fresno State game and not make changes?
Well, it's never a good idea to make changes second game of the season. When you talk about who's leading your staff, all those things, it's just not a good idea.
Last one for me. Do you like being a head coach?
Next question.
Now, look, I think there's media is always going to get kind of the brunt and anger of fans who are stuck in a bad place. And then when somebody asks something that elicits a negative reaction from the coach, I think some people choose to go with the media member. And that media member will be on at 9 a.m. Outside of the very last question, everything he asked was completely valid. And that's the only thing I'll say to Bill when we get him on is like, do you like being a coach? I mean, of course he does. That's why he's a coach. I don't blame him for doing the no comment on that one. Everything else, though, like the special teams coordinator, because it's not good,
I would say
Virginia Tech just fired their coach.
It would be better to do it in the beginning of the season. One, to send a message to the team that this isn't working. It has to change.
Why did it take 2 weeks for you to figure out a quick snap or to have Malik Murphy do a punt if you had such
That's the
bad...
part I don't know.
That's coaching. Like, it shouldn't take 2 weeks to have that figured out. You had a full week to prepare for it. You went against Fresno, and you look like you were caught off guard by it. The defensive part, like, I heard that argument after Cal, and they lost 34-15. The defense actually wasn't that... Okay, I guess if
but
that's
it's
what
not good
on
enough. I guess that's the other. It's not close to being good enough.
Well, outside of the punt return, do
it's
we
not
have
even
a lot
good
of evidence?
enough for the future to be Pac-12 right now?
I disagree with it. First of all, you can't dismiss what just happened. That happened. They 45 points on you. The weekend before that, you can take the punt return away, 29 from Fresno State, who's not very good, and you can say Cal had 2 quick scores. Well, yeah, part of that was coaching blunder. Yeah, part of that was defense. Couldn't get off the field. No pass rush. I have to look at this real quick because I'd forgotten to check it after I watched the whole game. I was, thankfully, time-wise, it worked out exactly how I wanted it. Did they register a sack? Do you see a sack?
Let me go pull that back up here.
I just want to make sure. Okay, they got they had 2 guys with a half sack. So you had 2 sacks total. So there you go. You have 2 sacks. So that's 9 now through, what would that be? So it's 7 and 12. So you got 9. You got 9 sacks in 15 games. I mean, that's a pretty awful situation you've got going on there.
Yeah.
So I didn't even like the first answer. Why are you the guy? Because I love it here, or because I want to? I mean, those aren't. I mean, I get it, but let's talk with him. Bill Oram will carry over the ticker. Top of the hour.